time for the freaky ass portion of the show. A pornographic blog linked to Virginia Lieutenant Governor candidate, Republican Lieutenant Governor candidate John Reed, shared content from accounts that delved into Nazism and sexual violence. Reed has denied owning the blog, which appeared on Tumblr under the name J.R. Doe, D-E-U-X. The same handle he happens to use on Instagram and TikTok. Reed called the blog part of a coordinated smear campaign against him for being a gay Republican. But its posts date back to 2014, before he entered politics. In one 2015 post, J.R. Doe shared an image of a male college student in underwear from the user Obedian Niggard, whose bio described themselves as a subservient nigger who knows his place in society, and solicited contact from, quote, superior white men in Washington, D.C. That account has also posted images of men with white supremacist tattoos, including a close-up of a chest inked with a swastika and caption, "Fucking nice WP Inc. M88. WP stands for white power. M88 is neo-Nazi code for Heil Hitler." Well, Democrats are obviously hitting him, saying that he should step aside in the race. They also are demanding that Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin address this issue as well. And so we'll see if they, of course, they're going to abide by what Virginia Democrats are demanding. But yeah, so this was done by the American Journal. They did an investigation linking him to this account. But see, this ain't just it. Let's go to Wisconsin. Did y'all hear what happened in Wisconsin? So in Wisconsin, the candidate running for governor drops out. You may say, okay, well, you know, people drop out for different reasons. Well, things got a little funky in Wisconsin because the family values candidate, Bill Berrien, who's a manufacturing executive, former Navy SEAL, dropped out after the blogging website Medium said that he followed a transgender adult film star named Jiz Lee and authors of sexually explicit essays, including polyamory? Is that what it's called? Polyamory, whatever it's called. Okay, all right. Now, homie done deleted his Medium account ever since. He went ahead and dropped out. Quote, "Looking towards what is in the best interest of the party, voters, donors, and my family, I've decided to end my campaign." Okay. Barrett told the Associated Press that the media focused on, quote, "stupid articles I read years ago," and had painted a salacious and sensational picture that was clearly targeted to force me out of this governor's race. It was a major attack piece. He goes, and for what? Reading? Nothing illegal, nothing unethical, and nothing immoral, Reese, just reading. Wouldn't you want your political and business leaders and all of society, frankly, to be widely read and thoughtful and aware of different perspectives and ideas? Say, dog, really? You really gonna try that one? I wanna be well read. Is that what we doing? Is that really what we doing? So since we are in the freaky ass part of the show, let's now go to Texas, where mega church pastor Donald Trump spiritual advisor Robert Morris, homie done pled guilty to sexually abusing a child. According to NBC, under a plea agreement, Morris was given a 10-year sentence, but he's only going to serve 6 months in an Oklahoma jail. That's right. Look at this here. Look at the photo of Morris in handcuffs. Bet that ain't the first time he been in cuffs. So the article So Morris is 64 years old, and this happened when he sexually abused a girl in the 1980s. So when you read the article, so you see right here, this woman, Cindy Clemenshire, she accused Morris of molesting her when she was 12 years old. She actually was in the courtroom, surrounded by family, and Morris actually accepted responsibility. Now remember, they were running from this. Now y'all, oh my goodness, he founded Gateway Church in 2000. It's in South Lake. Oh man, it's so many white conservatives go there. They are all MAGA. And boy, ain't this something? I mean, my goodness, Reese, we got the sexually abusing pastor in Texas. We got the Nazi freak in Virginia. We got the super freak in Wisconsin. Man, that's a trifecta for the party of family values.
Yeah, it's a bunch of nasty ass motherfuckers and some criminals. Yes. Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty as fuck.
Easy day.
And that pastor, what part of the Bible is that? You gonna burn in hell. How about that? Okay, you might get 6 months in jail, but you're burning in hell for eternity for doing that shit to motherfucking kids. This is crazy. The guy talking about well-read, y'all are the party of book banning last I checked. So y'all don't give a damn about being well-read. Y'all don't give a damn about learning. So you was looking at that shit because you a freaky deaky nasty ass motherfucker. So don't try to sit up there and gaslight us that this is some sort of open-minded, exploratory reading assignment. No, because y'all don't like people to read about anything other than white Christo nationalist propaganda. So I'm not buying it. But this is who this party is. Was it Lindsey Graham who just the other day was saying that we should be nice to the pedophiles? Wasn't it one of them who said something like that? Y'all remember?
Ted Cruz.
You remember Zachary? Ted Cruz.
Yeah, it was Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz.
So this all tracks. This tracks. Look at who the Secretary of Defense is. Look at who the president is. Look at who all of these people are. It's a feature, not a bug, to be a degenerate and to be into some freaky deaky shit that is quite crazy.
And Zachary, they love trashing Democrats, talking about y'all love drag folks at libraries and all kinds of stuff. Oh, just in case, hey, here's Robert Morris with Donnie Jr. Check this out. Here's Robert Morris with Eric Trump. Boy.
Ugh. Take it down. Take it down. The people don't want to see that. This lady, it is dinner time in America. People are they're watching the show, prepping for dinner, eating dinner. Take it down. These are.
I'm going to show this one too.
Oh, here we go.
Twinsies.
These are degenerates who are deflecting. Release the Epstein files. Release the Epstein files. Release the Epstein files. You know what? The vast majority of MAGA are not going to in any way change their minds, change their hearts, or change their allegiances to these people because they are a part of a movement, and all of these values that are real, like what you just talked about, are ingrained in a part of that movement. But there are a few people who will, because they're learning these things, possibly err on the side of human decency and turn against the foolishness that these people represent and that they stand for. When you talked about these three instances, criminality, criminal behavior, it's more than freaky deaky. It's criminal. What that pastor did is criminal.
Yep.
He ruined a
criminal. She was 12.
You never know how many more. But what I'm exceptionally concerned about that, but even also exceptionally, so let's keep it real. Now, what was the black man's name with playing around with Mr. Republican in Virginia?
Oh,
Well, now here's the deal. Now, Reed said, here's the deal. Reed says it's not true. He said,
Alex alleged.
No, hold on, wait. I'm going it. Reed says the story is not true. He says the story is false. He says it's malicious. So this was reported. So I'm stating what he said regarding the story. But hold on. But before you go there, I do want to do this here because I saw this great compilation of Morris out of Texas, and I'm like, okay, I gotta play this. Watch this.
Oh, here we go.
It's the best way for me to come clean. It has taken years for me to get over the images and the things that I saw that no person should have ever seen. Are y'all hearing me? Rape. Why was it so easy for me? You learned how to lie. I was very, very involved in sexual immorality for many, many years.
And I will plow longer than what you expected.
It's easy for me to say I used to be on drugs. I had this kind of sick feeling. And I want to tell you everything that I've ever done. But there's a shame.
12 and under is a child.
If you're looking at pornography on the internet, tell us.
And you'll say, what are you bringing that into my field for? It's not right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't smell right.
And so I said to the Lord, well, Lord, I know that you've declared me not righteous. I was a fornicator. And then there were also a couple of guys allowing Satan to work in that area. You have to sneak around to do it. I looked for the girls that would be the most susceptible.
Dig deeply into your field, much deeper than what you thought or what you expected.
Satisfying an appetite that you created. Immorality came easy for me. Pornography, premarital sex, temptation. I was very immoral, and I was immoral a lot from a very early age.
You shall be plowed.
I was the guy that involved with the immorality. Could meet a girl and be immoral the same night. You and I know the truth. You and I know I really am guilty. They understood that that was wrong for a man to force himself on a woman.
Great people. Great people with a great reputation, I have to say that. Great reputation.
Uppercut, Zachary. That was cold-blooded.
Shady Grove. Listen, that you just, and then I kept looking at his hair. Thank you, Jesus, for blackness. Thank you, Jesus, for blackness. Thank you, Jesus, for blackness. And that's why I'm concerned, when there was the alleged black man and the alleged whatever that other guy did, the Republic. I'm so sick of certain groups infecting our community with their degeneracy. That's what I wanted to say. Keep that shit out of our community. Stop embracing it. Stop embracing these people and their perversions. So I want to put that piece in, Roland.
Well, I mean, I just, again, they love Nola saying all sorts of things. And so, I mean, we might as well just share a little bit more video of Robert Morris and Trump sharing a stage in 2020.
The team has been incredible in hosting us. And I'd now like to ask Pastor Morris and Bishop Jackson to lead us in prayer.
Well, Robert Morris just resigned from his church following allegations that he sexually abused a child. In a statement to an evangelical news site, Morris said he was involved in an inappropriate...
Now here's the crazy thing. Now, what he said with Nola was he was involved in an inappropriate... That's with a young lady. He never really explained. He called it inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady. So when that happened, people were like, okay, was she 18? Was she 20? And she was 12, he was 21.
This is one of the things, one of the problems that I have with a lot of churches is it excuses a lot of bad behavior, especially from leaders. And that really is a tension that I have. I have my own baggage. I have my own trauma growing up Catholic, going to a school where a priest was actively molesting my friends. That happened. So when it comes to issues like this, and then when it comes to, the way in which the institution can rally around you, can make it seem like those horrific and horrible criminal acts were somehow just, they were just sinful and flesh is weak and all of these things. So I really struggle with the idea of forgiveness and then the way that many churches just kind of ignore criminality. And this is one of those moments for me, not to mention that you have all the receipts of this person buddy with all of Trump world. None of that is surprising. It almost mimics, some of the behavior, some of these institutions that completely just ignore and normalize a lot of these behaviors from these leaders. MAGA is the same way. When Hillary Clinton called them deplorables back in the day, off with her head sort of thing. But this keeps bearing out. It keeps showing up time after time after time. And at some point, that accountability piece, a lot of Christians have to look inward and ask themselves, what is the difference between criminality and forgiveness of someone who, had bad judgment or was going through a tough time? In my mind, those things are they're two different issues. And this is something that all faiths, all institutions have to truly confront and figure out who is it that they want to be for their congregants, especially children. Not that he was in his 20s when this happened, right? So he wasn't a pastor then. Is that
no,
correct?
No. He was
allegedly. That's what he said in his book. He was selling drugs.
Yeah. So, but hey, first of all, I don't give a damn. I don't care if he wasn't a pastor then. The reality is, Robert Morris, how he told the story, and this is one reason why the church was like, yeah, you got to go, player, is because he misled them about this. It was inappropriate behavior with a young lady. A 12-year-old girl ain't a lady.
No.
A 12-year-old girl is a girl. And he knew what he was saying, and he was full of shit for saying it. Now, what I'm pissed off is his punk ass only going to spend 6 months in jail.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Okay, 10-year sentence and reduced to 6, not even 1, that's weak as hell. And I don't care if it happened in the 1980s. Don't matter. Justice is justice. So that's where that stands there. All right, y'all.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase, and I'm here with a very important message. We are at a turning point in the Black community where we must have equity in the apps we use that scale to billions of dollars. But this time, we own the infrastructure, we own the culture, and we shape the future. And Fanbase is the future. Fanbase combines the free functionality of Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube into an all-in-one platform built for the evolution of social media and monetization. With over 1.4 million users, that's real proof that we are shifting the conversation of tech ownership and equity for creators. So right now, I want you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. The minimum to invest is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. This marks a turning point in Black ownership of social media. If we don't take this opportunity to own social media right now, we will always be customers to our own creations. And that can't go on. So once again, go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. We must own the platforms where our voices live, our stories matter, and where our culture drives the world. Thank you.